They say greatness needs to be loud. But N'Golo Kante. He whispered, and the world listened. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we are diving into the incredible, inspiring story of a footballer who defied the odds without ever raising his voice, the one and only N'Golo Kante. Make sure you stick around till the end, because some of these stories are ones you've probably never heard before. Born in Paris in 1991 to Malian parents, N'Golo Kante grew up in the small suburb of Roi-Malmaison, far from the lights of the Parc des Princes. His childhood wasn't one of luxury. After his father passed away when he was just 11, Kante and his siblings were raised by their hardworking mother, a cleaner, in a modest home. Even as a child, Kante showed signs of an unstoppable engine. While most kids dreamt of being strikers, Kante wanted to win the ball. He was obsessed with doing the dirty work, intercepting, tackling, covering every blade of grass. But he was tiny. Too small, many scouts thought, to ever make it big in football. Rejected by big academies, Kante quietly began his career in the lower leagues of France with Boulogne. He didn't stand out with flashy skills or goals, but his stamina, intelligence, and relentless work ethic were impossible to ignore. By 2013, he signed with Cannes, helping them gain promotion to Ligue 1. It was here that bigger clubs began to take notice. But still, few believed he'd make it at the top level. Then came the turning point. In 2015, a relatively unknown Kante moved to Leicester City for just £5.6 million. That single transfer would change football history. Before we get into how Kante shocked the Premier League and won everything there is to win, if you're enjoying the video, hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing football stories every week. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. Let's be honest, Leicester City were tipped to be relegated in 2015-16. The odds of them winning the Premier League? 5,000 to 1. But game after game, Kante was the silent engine powering the Foxes. He ran more than anyone else. He made the most tackles, the most interceptions. In fact, some joked he had clones on the pitch because he was everywhere. With Riyad Mahrez, Jamie Vardy, and Wes Morgan, Kante helped lead Leicester to the most unlikely title win in Premier League history. But while others took the headlines, those who understood football knew who the real MVP was. After Leicester's fairy tale, Chelsea came calling. In 2016, Kante signed for the Blues, and guess what happened? Yep, another Premier League title. Back-to-back championships, two different clubs. At Chelsea, he evolved. Not only was he a ball winner, but under managers like Antonio Conte and Thomas Tuchel, he became a deep-lying playmaker, a box-to-box machine, and the heartbeat of the midfield. His crowning moment. The 2021 UEFA Champions League final. Against Pep Guardiola's star-studded Manchester City, Kante was a one-man war. He shut down De Bruyne, Gundogan, Silva, you name it. He was everywhere. And for many, he was man of the match. Kante wasn't just a club hero. With France, he was instrumental in their 2018 FIFA World Cup triumph in Russia. Though the spotlight often fell on Mbappé or Griezmann, those within the French camp always highlighted one name, Kante. He swept up danger, transitioned defense to attack, and covered for every teammate. Even off the pitch, he was loved. Stories surfaced of Kante refusing to let his teammates praise him too much, ever the humble warrior. What truly sets N'Golo Kante apart isn't just his footballing greatness. It's his humility. He drove a modest Mini Cooper for years, even as a millionaire. He prayed in mosques with fans. He once accepted an invite to a stranger's house for dinner after missing a train. He refused offshore tax havens and insisted on transparency with his image rights. While many stars chase fame, Kante simply wants to play, give back, and go home quietly. His humility isn't branding, it's real. In a world of ego and excess, he's proved that you don't need to shout to be heard. In 2023, Kante made a surprise move to Al Ittihad in the Saudi Pro League, joining stars like Karim Benzema. Some critics questioned the move, but for Kante, it seemed like another chapter, a quieter one. Yet no matter where he plays, his legacy is already secured. Multiple league titles. A Champions League. A World Cup. And more importantly, universal respect. N'Golo Kante might not have a flashy Instagram. He may never appear in a Gucci ad. But in the world of football, he stands tall, a giant not just in talent, but in character. So the next time someone says you need to be loud to be great, tell them about Kante. Tell them about the kid who ran, and changed the world with a smile. If you love this story, smash that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more legendary football content. Drop a comment below. Where does Kante rank in the all-time midfield greats for you? Thanks for watching, and remember, greatness isn't about being seen. It's about making others feel your presence.